Nothing quite like a good game of Smash Brothers Ultimate to get the juices flowing. Oh, hey everybody. Welcome back to Donkey Kong 64.
You ever realize that Donkey Kong's house is inside his neck?
What were you up to?
I was about to say,
Iggy, where do you learn these things in anatomy class?
Hey, I'm just saying what I'm seeing right there. It's right below his mouth. Or right below his jaw, for that matter.
Actually, with that said, everybody, welcome aboard our fifth member of this commentary's DK crew. Hey, Matt.
Hello, Matt.
Hi, I'm the Lanky of the group, I guess.
No, you deserve your own dedicated slot. We now dub thee Ronnie Kong.
Oh, God, no.
Ronky Kong.
Just like how I'm Icky Kong. That's Jamesman Kong. That's,
Lucky Kong.
Donkey Long.
Donkey Long. Okay,
Yes.
I still
Steve
love,
Kong.
I still love Logan, that one Joel Haver, like, Donkey Kong reacting to the intro of this game. And just like, I'm weird. Why? I was doing this for a friend, like him ranting about it.
Yeah. Also, whoa.
So we'll take Wrinkly's advice to heart and use Diddy's Chippy Charge to bash on these gongs.
You were about to say we're going to take her heart. What horrible sin has she committed to deserve such a thing?
Eeky.
Yeah.
Frankie took her heart years ago.
Oh.
No, we're taking her heart like a fucking Persona 5 character.
Yeah, Matt gets it.
Is that why she's dead?
No, Hype. The only reason... No, she didn't die because of Cranky. She died because she took her aerobics a little too seriously after TKC3.
Ah.
That signpost has numbers on his teeth.
Those numbers on a signpost is how many gold bananas you need to cross through.
Ooh.
That meddlesome monkey should be burnt to a crisp by now. Where's that armadillo?
More like a smarmy-dillo.
I'm sorry, Master. It was too quick for me. Okay, next time. Oh, goodness me.
Imbecile! I don't like failure. Do you know what happens to failures?
Ah, the stair! Heart attack!
Oh,
I waited too long for that stare. I've been blinking for hours. I won't let those flea-bitten monkeys ruin. Okay.
That would explain... You know what? That would explain the red eye.
Yeah. Give him the lazy eye. Anyway. Alright, welcome to Angry Aztec.
Welcome to a very underrated Nickelodeon cartoon.
Ha. So,
Yeah,
Matt,
Aztec?
would you like to know a bit of why we're here, what exactly James is doing in this run of DK64?
Sure, because I'm fairly certain we've done this game at least 3 other times, so what's different this
No,
time?
not 3. At least 1, though. Go ahead, James.
So the reason we're doing this game again for the second time, Tish, okay, that's more like quote-unquote more so, is because, it's relevant. Because, DK's getting another 3D platformer after 20-plus years. Ow!
Hey.
oh boy.
Just walked into that hot sand.
And plus,
Ow.
James wanted to showcase this new mod for DK64 that gets rid of a lot of the tedium that people take issue with this game.
Hooray!
Yep, most notably, we don't have to worry about tag barrels no more if we want to swap characters, which honestly alleviates about a good 60-70% of the tedium this game has.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Hey, that's not Gobi.
Listen to me.
No, okay.
Donkey.
Donkey Kong, sure he heard something.
I said, oh, okay, but I guess it sounded like donkey. I'm sorry.
No,
I
you're
like
fine.
that. I like that more. Continue.
I just thought it was funny that he just was randomly like, Donkey.
Donkey. I mean, it's funny when you really think about it because, we always abbreviate Donkey Kong's name to DK just because it's, it's much easier on the lips. But at the same time, though, technically Diddy shares those initials too. So I guess in the context of this game, we kind of make it weird where we call Donkey Kong DK and Diddy Kong DK as well.
Well, no.
No, see, the way it works is... Go ahead.
Hold on, we called them.
And then there's CK who runs a music shop now.
Well, I was thinking, we can call them DK1, DK2. Wait, now that's the video games. Never mind.
Nah. See, I like calling one DK and the other double DK.
Double D.
God damn it.
You can feel free to call him DKA if you wish.
Also, hey, and actually used for
Speaking of K's, Candy here has a music shop, and with a helping of 3 coins, she will gift us with her musical instruments, and also a free melon too.
Do tell. I guess you did tell. Fair enough. Yeah, so that's the.
How the fuck did that pass over my head until now?
What, that she has? What, that she has the melon?
That she gives you melons.
Yeah.
Because it's a health increase, and your young apple eyes are too like starstruck by. Oh my gosh, a health upgrade!
Going on 30 this year.
Golly gee willikers, the guys are never gonna believe what I found today.
Guys, you should have seen the monkey I saw today.
And the funny thing is that this isn't the only free melon she'll give us. Around late game, she'll give us our 3rd free melon, and that's actually the 2nd one she offers you.
Where did you get the 3rd one?
Do we dare attempt to hold a 4th melon?
Nah, at that point it just gets weird.
Oh, fair enough.
You know, the Kong with the 1 extra breast.
I mean, listen, they're both Kongs of consenting age.
God, I forgot that
that is true. That is very true. These 2 technically are legal.
When she laughs like the. Sorry, you had to see that.
Yeah.
That's right, that is a fucking stock-ass laugh. So anyway, aside from that extra melon she gave us, she also gave us our instrument. For DK, it's a pair of bongos, and actually I just realized... Why did
I just gotta say, though...
I hastily leaves like that.
Whoop.
That's right, do it. We got technology.
Another thing that the Donkey Kong Country cartoon has forever warped my brain as a child. I was so confused when I saw Candy Kong in this game, and then I saw in the cartoon, she looked like a fucking 80s soccer mom.
That'll do
really
it.
She does.
It's are these the same person?
She looks
She looks like if she was like if they produced a show 10 or 15 years later, she would have been voiced by Jane Lynch.
I feel like she has the same like hairstyle as Phil and Lil's mom from Rugrats.
Whoop.
Phil and Lil's mom?
Yeah, I forgot her name, but like the one who was like a big like tomboy like sportaholic.
Oh, you mean Betty?
Whatever.
Yeah.
Betty, thank you.
So we got a donkey and a ditty.
You know, if there is one thing I will say that, you know, sometimes it does help to go back to a tag barrel every once in a while, especially when your health is low, because that means you get a free refill.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
called
that's
a
what
tank
it
girl.
But for instance,
Oh.
I wonder...
And if only
Daddy
we brought a different instrument.
That's true.
Hang on.
That's why we brought Diddy with us.
I was about to say, you wasted a bongo with that.
Yeah, we could still get
that'll
more.
be fine. We'll find more coconut. That's what. Is this an actual use for the crystal coconuts now?
Not the crystal coconuts, no.
It doesn't use crystal coconuts. It uses music headphones.
Stop messing about! All this sand is beginning to itch in here!
Hey, if anyone's going to be using that accent, it's going to be me.
Okay, never mind.
Oh, yeah, my sugar.
Anywho.
I'm sorry. When did we get 3 David Lynch? When did we get 3?
David
not David Lynch.
Larry David.
Larry David. Thank you. When did we get 3 Larry Davids in here?
It's only because It's because I was skipped over for Cranky Kong.
That is true.
I know. He did want to voice. I still would have been down with a Larry David cranky.
Did he?
He didn't want to voice. They tried to get Larry David initially to play Cranky,
man.
but apparently he was unavailable or denied it.
He would have been perfect for Cranky Kong.
Curse.
No, he would have been great. And so, literally, like, the problem is, here's my problem. Fred Armisen could have been a good Cranky Kong if they didn't tell him, try to sound like Larry David. Because you could 100% tell their direction was, try to sound like Larry David.
Hey, who's that?
Oh.
It's a tiny Kong.
Sorry guys, I'm afraid I can't come out of this cave right now.
Oh,
Man.
No, that is something that's like, I mean that is like an issue of like, when freaking, I don't know, like, I'm getting weird rambling mood already. Just like it's annoying when it's like, hey, we couldn't get this one actor, so we're just gonna be like kind of petty about it. We're like, oh, we sound as if we got lucky enough to get it. These teeth thing always like freaked me out.
It's terrifying.
Yeah, no, back when I would play this game as a kid, I never liked dealing with the claptraps, especially once you knock them out and their teeth start rattling out like that.
Their teeth and their tongue.
Yeah, their gum and tongue still attached. The tongue acting like a tail is freaky.
That's just
Creepy, but yeah, just...
Speaking of tongues, I don't like the platforms that we just jumped on.
Oh, that's fine. That's just a temple.
Oh, you think that's bad?
I wanna ask, because you guys were talking about the whole notion of like...
Oh my gosh.
Oh boy.
Eat your heart out, lick a tongue.
Now,
Yeah.
if I remember right, this platform is timed, so if you just stand on the end, it just retracts with you on top of it.
Yes,
Also,
it can do that.
You were saying, Steve.
Yes.
I was just saying, you guys talking about the idea of like Larry David as Cranky Kong. Like for a split second before I had to remind myself who he actually was. I thought you guys were talking about Larry King for a second, and that just gave me the idea of like, what if he were still alive, Larry King voiced Cranky Kong?
That would be great. No, that honestly would be a good one. Yeah.
I would be curious about that. Yeah.
I mean, he was the ugly stepsister in Shrek.
That is
Yeah?
true.
Oh, really?
Hey, how
quick.
you doing?
Hey, who's the guy?
No, I gotta ask because
Hey, I'm Larry King.
Larry King. Because I just now remember, James. I don't know if we already talked about it, but how will the game handle us trying to switch Kongs in situations where, like, say after Tiny Kong uses her shrink ability to go into other areas? Will it still allow us to switch Kongs then?
I don't think so, because the crystal coconut icon should still be visible while you're using that transformation.
It would be hilarious if you could switch mid-shrinkage. It will just play as an even tinier Diddy Kong.
I was supposed to be imagine freaking
Or a tiny Chunky Kong.
Oh, yeah.
I was gonna say no, I was just thinking out loud of God, imagine the final boss, you're inside a King K. Rool's shoe and then Chunky Kong appears and just tears the whole shoe off immediately.
Yeah, I was about to say he
just launches pineapples at his toes.
Oh my god.
That would suck. Go ahead.
Not the pineapples! They're my worst nightmare!
Dude, at that point, he wouldn't even have toes anymore.
Fair.
Yeah, he had pineapples for toes.
I feel like at
Go
that
ahead.
point, in that scenario where he just switches to the Chunky, just stretches out, grows, busting the shoe open. You say he wouldn't have toes anymore. I'd wager he probably wouldn't even have a foot anymore after that.
True. Also, hey, look at that. Third Kong. James, you done did it.
Yay, we can play Sandy
Yay.
Kong! Oh no, we can collect purple stuff now.
Oh, just the timing of that, of your hitbox still being active, the Kremlin just showed up and immediately died.
What the hell was that?
Oh, well, it's a purple balloon in the center.
Yeah, unfortunately, currently Tiny is a pro bono in terms of her ability. She doesn't have a gun, she doesn't have a musical instrument, so we're gonna have to come back here later.
Which is fair. It keeps things at least somewhat interesting for James.
Also, completely random, but to date this video, I actually fucking called it with something earlier today.
What you call?
So, they released the new trailer for GTA 6 to show off some of the characters and a little bit of the story and all that. And one of the characters, the second they started talking, I went, "Is that Stephen Root? That sounds like Stephen Root." And they just announced, yeah, it's Stephen Root who plays the character. Yes!
Stephen Root?
Yeah.
As in Bill Daugherty from King of the Hill?
Yes!
Oh boy!
There's that. I remember Porky Draws, one of the artists I follow. Apparently he observed the fact that one of the characters in that trailer is also voiced by Dana Sider, which pretty much is all right, folks, you know what to do. Time for me to do more DDD shenanigans.
That explains that explains why I saw that one tweet the other day that said Dan Snyder jump scare, and it just suddenly started showing Master Shakes. You dare question the words of the mighty
Jimmy! But yeah, they did. They also did confirm one of the other side characters is voiced by Dana Snyder.
Saxophone.
Yeah, which is great.
Yeah.
I feel like the main.
Yeah.
I can't tell, but one of the two playable characters, the guy of the two, I can't remember. It's either Roger Craig Smith or the other person who played Chris Redfield in Resident Evil Village, whose name I forgot, but I got a really quick check.
Okay, well, while you're checking that
Angry
out,
Roger Craig Smith.
I mean, I'll say it looks nice. I mean, I'll say that again, the game looks good. I'm already dreading and expecting it to be a triple-digit game. Which
I was about to say, does it look like it's worth $100 so far?
It looks
somebody.
It looks incredible. It really does. Probably not. Any video game should not be over $100 in my opinion. Any fucking game.
Jeez.
God. That time he couldn't have been.
Oh yeah, this is where the zingers start dropping bombs.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of that.
Really dumb.
Duly noted.
We gotta find ourselves a Funky Kong and stat.
Yeah,
Well,
we gotta get funky.
We can still
in
do
here.
this.
There you go.
Yay.
I just wanna bring attention to the name of one of the instrument attacks that you get, namely for Diddy Kong. It's called Guitar Gazump.
Uh-huh.
What the fuck is a Gazump?
I don't
I'm
know.
not sure.
both
That might be another British English term for all I know.
Nice.
there you go.
1, 2.
There you go.
I just love this. I love casual Donkey Kong. You're like,
Do,
yeah,
do,
okay,
do,
just
do, do, do,
gotta find some milk down at the
do.
grocery.
Oh, ow, my
And then,
toes!
and then he stepped on a shard of glass.
Jesus Christ. No, he steps on a rusty nail like Homer.
What I was thinking is like
That-
with that recoil, it's like someone heard him say DK
Yeah, that's
backflip.
gonna require fitness shot.
Do a flip.
Speaking of DK and his movement, did you ever find it kind of weird that his default running speed is just him running like a natural ass, grown ass like man, as opposed to like a gorilla who runs on all fours?
Yeah.
No.
It's a picnic walk. He's a clevery.
Like, why doesn't he run like Diddy does, or like Lanky does when we get him later? Or heck, like how he runs in freaking Bonanza. He's a freaking monkey. Let him run like a monkey, or excuse me, an ape.
You think he's gonna slowly hit the surface of his knuckles?
I don't know, man. They had Grant Kirkhope in the motion capture suit. That was the best that he could do.
Strong Kong.
Do you really think they would
Basically,
have had
whenever
motion?
you
Oh, sorry.
go ahead. No, good.
No, I was just going off Logan's joke. It's like, do you really think that the N64 would have been capable of emulating motion capture?
Yes.
I'm
No.
pretty sure there's a handful of N64 games that have had motion captured animations.
I can
Maybe.
believe.
So anyway, what was happening with that before I accidentally chimed in?
Oh, yeah, Strong Kong. Yeah.
All good. So basically, Strong Kong, whenever you find a barrel with DK's face on it, you have him jump into it and he turns invincible. So long as you have enough crystal coconuts to keep the transformation lasting.
I see.
All right. Let's see what Diddy Kong can get.
Which again, I thought there was only one crystal coconut. It was like the one ring.
Yeah, it turns out those are... Don't... My gosh, I don't think he's fooling, guys. Didn't you hear, Icky? They found a whole warehouse
Full. They're worthless.
Let's give Cranky Kong a big hand!
There you go.
Alright, so with that little concoction that he just drunk, he finally has his other primary feature, aside from his Nintendo-adorned hat and star shirt, the rocket barrel jet thing.
Oh, snap.
Oh,
To fly through the air
jetpack.
with the greatest of ease.
He had to drink a scientific formula?
Yes.
Through the power of chemistry, Diddy can now use a fucking jetpack.
Hooray. Now let's
Science!
You have now unlocked his up special.
And yes, his up special, that's also true.
Oh, thank goodness.
Also, Icky, I got something for you. I'm going to post it
Whoa.
here.
What is it?
Oh, of course, Tiny Kong's big ability.
Oh, it's the most genuine struggle of the game.
It really is. I said to Logan, I'm like, not just that, any Persona developed game, specifically as well metaphor.
No, but these four especially.
Well, it's always about, like, timing and stuff.
Okay, maybe not.
By the way, for context for the average viewer who's not as obsessed about this stuff as other people in this call are, myself included, we're talking about Persona, like, role-playing, the fact of, like, in the Persona games, that's a slow-ass skip. In the Persona games, they always have, like, some form of, like, they always have some form of contrived deadline to them so that you can't, unless you are really good at managing your time, like, it is very rare that you'll be able to do everything in one single playthrough.
One
thus
of
requiring
these,
you,
especially so.
thus requiring you to have to do multiple playthroughs, to which even a good friend of mine who loves the Shin Megami series says that not really a big fan of that, like, in the sense of they don't like replaying these games because of how story heavy they are. Like,
boy.
yes, he knows he can skip everything, but it's like, it's still, that's his opinion. He would like the games more if there was some form of post game.
I mean,
there is a bit of post game.
well, no, it depends on the game too, because unfortunately, this is a thing that I know is going to happen to Metaphor. It has happened to every fucking Persona game since 3 and all that. There
It's
will
going to
be
get like a definitive edition.
Yes, there's going to be a post game in a definitive edition of the game and all that. Pretty much every single game is like that, which it's an unfortunate thing.
Whoa,
that basically
jeez, that was
just
quite
like
a slide.
yeah, basically like 2 to 3 years later and all that, eventually we'll get that ultimate version of the game. But even then, I'm just like,
Did you
it's
to the
not
left?
awful. But yeah.
Like, for example, Persona 4 had Persona 4 Golden, which expanded the plot in probably my least favorite way of doing it.
Let's go.
Namely in how they introduced Marie, which is like one of my least favorite characters in the entire game.
I would like to know, Icky, please tread carefully, because I like Persona 4 Golden.
I like Persona 4 Golden too. It was the first Persona game I've ever played.
That's fair. I like
Whoa.
Marie. I'm sorry. I'm that person.
Okay. More power to you.
I just had a big brain moment all of a sudden.
What's up?
We should actually leave this level for a tiny bit.
Oh.
Wait,
Why? What's wrong?
Oh, that's
Oh my god damn
you wanna
it,
take-
James.
Why,
What's
Matt,
going on?
What's going
he's
on?
taking your job, man.
What? Not all our jobs. It's, all we're doing is that it's
What I'm
time
about to do right now is actually super fucking important.
We just gotta run a small errand.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, it's time for us to learn how to become photographers.
Now that I have given Tiny the ability to shrink whenever she sees fit, or at least whenever there's a barrel nearby, we gotta start a very important game-long side quest.
Yeah.
James, man, I know how to end today's part.
What?
What's that?
We could show off the thing underneath DK Island.
Oh, you're gonna do that glitch?
Yeah, the glitch.
I could
Just
do
for
that.
funsies.
I'll think about it. Remind me when the level's over.
Sure.
Okay.
But anyways,
for now-
we're tiny! Also, we're
Yay.
tiny.
Hence our
Uh-huh.
namesake. I guess in retrospect, I should have also waited till I got her gun. But at the same time, I wouldn't mind getting this thing started. Real
Well, who
quick.
needs a gun when you have?
Hey, you're just gunning for it.
Oh, I just don't know what to do. There was this huge
Yeah,
tremor
you're
recently and scared my banana fairy so much that they panicked and flew away. I'll reward anyone who manages to find them all and bring them back to me. Please
money?
help me, little one.
Calm down, Miss Fairy. My friends and I will look out for them on our adventure.
Give her a Western accent while you're at it.
Oh, thank you, but I'm afraid you won't be able to simply grab them out of the air. The only way to catch banana fairies is by trapping them inside special banana skin photographs. Here, take my magical camera. It's already has some film in it. To activate the camera, press and hold your shoe, then press that too. Take a fairy's picture by pressing something as a sign of a friendship. I'll now teach you and your friends a secret ability. Press and hold that to power up this move, and then release the button to activate it. As well as protecting you, it can also be useful for unearthing hidden items. Unfortunately, it needs to touch the coconut.
That's very nice. That's very nice, Jenny. Now go back to your desk.
Okay. You promised me a fruit roll.
My name's not Shane, kid.
And I just like blast.
My name's not
Shane,
Rick.
kid.
Come back, Shane.
Can we please
Is there
do
anything in
that
the
game?
back? Oh wait, real quick. Oh, it's my plan to. But real quick, is there anything in the back of the banana fairy thing? Like, isn't there like a?
There is a golden banana trapped inside a cage. Unfortunately,
But we need a thing.
I forgot to give Tiny her gun, so that'll have to come later.
Okay.
Oops.
Anyway, we're coming back here for a brief bit because with that newfound power that the Banana Fairy Queen gave us, we can actually uncover a couple of things that were previously uncoverable. Uncoverable.
Concealed.
Yes, thank you. In the starting area.
I will, by the way, also say really quick, back to the Persona 4 Golden thing, is my favorite game in the series and all that. Has it aged the best? No. However, I'm going to be that person and argue that Persona 5 has somehow aged far worse.
Writing
But-
wise,
writing-
it's all on touchy subjects.
Yeah, I'll get into it in like a personal thing. But I will say, one of the things why I don't mind like the post-game stuff in Persona 4 Golden is because I don't mind Marie's character. I actually like her, considering the fact of her dungeon is very, very much about...
Whoa.
It's a dark... Her dungeon has very dark
Careful on the
subject.
bananas. You'll
Her-
slip.
It's also a very unique dungeon in the sense that...
It's an incredibly unique dungeon, and I absolutely love the dungeon because you have to be incredibly strategic of, if you do every fight, you're actually fucked. You have to choose your battles.
Whoa.
You can't do
Yeah,
every battle and all that. But
which is why when I first played the game, I really didn't enjoy it. But I really thought the boss fight was really cool.
I love the boss fight. I just like the gimmick of the dungeon of every time you do a battle, your soul points, the stuff that you do to like Persona, SP and all that depletes and all that. I love the idea of you have to be very cautious, and they give you stuff to replenish and all that. I really like that dungeon, but another reason why I like it as well is because it is a physical manifestation of, I apologize for getting into this topic, suicidal thoughts and tendencies. And the whole fact of, like, ensuring
I can't wait
Marie,
to be like this with you, Hype.
Sorry, ensuring.
I can't wait to be be in this like scenario of like we're like all of us, like we're good friends, like whoa, all of us, like all my good friends, like no, all of us, like my good friends, like in the retirement home, and like me and Hype are sitting in our chairs rocking, and as we watch as we watch Mad Mickey talk amongst the sunset, like enjoying a summer day.
I need to show you a video later, Logan, of QI, one of my favorite things of like talking about the 8 hills of Rome, and the 7 hills of Rome actually being 8, and then just Alan and I forgot and Bill they listing off places that are hilly, and Sandy, the host, just going like, "Can you be quiet? Stop listing places that are hilly." And it's like I can imagine you in
Pashatano.
And it's like I imagine you in a home, and it's like, yeah, I'm in the next bed. Just discuss it. It's a great bit. But anyway, really quick, just to finish, like, it's the idea of like, yeah, the dungeon is a representation of Marie's unfortunate suicidal thoughts and tendencies, and you and your friends trying to help her through that, and let her know that she's not alone. I really like that about the dungeon, and honestly, as somebody who used to have those thoughts, it's a really impactful dungeon to me, and a really impactful part of the game, and why I understand why people don't like Marie. I really like her.
That is very understandable.
The charge movie just showed off there, James.
Anyway, sorry.
And this is me acknowledging everything that Matt said. I was hearing the whole time. That charge move that you got, James, is that like, no matter which Kong you have, will that knock out the Kersplats in a single hit?
Yes. In fact, that charge move is actually pretty useful for some of the harder criminals to take out, whether it be the Kersplats or those bigger guys we'll encounter later with the clubs.
Oh, yeah. Okay, sick.
Anyway,
it practically can destroy or more or less anything, so long as you have a crystal coconut to spare.
So yeah, with that said, right away. With that said, everybody, join us in like 30 or 40 years for James's Let's Play of Backgammon, while Matt, myself, and Nikki and Hype are all gonna like be rambling about whatever fancies are like our
actually,
vote.
I do want to ramble about something because as of before, I'm sorry.
No, I'm laughing. I was like, I'm
Man, you pinheads in your canasta.
I do want to ramble about something because as of recording, it has been about a week since Logan since I came back from LA with Logan, and we went to FanFest night in Universal Studios and all.
All right, Beaky Buzzard, come on out.
That is true.
I was thinking we could talk about our experiences with that.
We could talk a bit about that. But first, we're gonna meet the Beaky Buzzard.
He's making kazooie noises.
I think that is Kazooie.
It's a living.
Can you make it?
Ram! Thanks, Daddy! If you fancy a test of your flying skill, come and see me at the Jet Barrel.
You know, first-timers like me would probably made the mistake of still holding down the A button, because that's what you normally need to keep yourself afloat.
Why does he look like
and then
a
you
worm?
accidentally skip all the dialogue.
Also,
no!
I'm sorry
He
as
looks like
well.
a worm.
I'm sorry as well. Just come and visit me, and we can go to Krakoa Palace.
Oh, here you are, Danny. I thought you got lost. Follow me around the level and fly through all the rings I leave behind if you want to win the prize.
We're gonna need a lot more coconuts, though.
Well, thankfully, it gives you infinite coconuts for this.
Oh, okay,
game.
nice.
But
Yeah, some challenges will allow you to have as many crystal coconuts as you need.
But holy shit, this jet barrel thing controls the gas.
It does, unfortunately.
And
I mean,
the depth perception on these rings is rancid.
Yeah, no, it does. It does not help that the rings are 2D images. That really does
2D
not
images,
help.
and they're always facing forward.
Yeah.
See, like even Mario 64 had this figured out with having the rings having most of the water rings be a three-dimensional like object, but
For sure.
Yeah, but they're still
Even
way
Superman
smaller.
64 got that right.
They're
Yeah.
way smaller than you think they are.
Nice flying, Diddy. Now let's see what I can find you as a prize. Because I don't have one from ahead of time.
there you go.
It's an improv thing.
So long, Dee. I'm going back to jail.
Okay, actually, it's very topical that because I can talk with Hype about this. It's very topical that Matt and Nikki bring up Krazoa Palace because recently we saw today Hype that there's a PC decompilation project for recomp for Dinosaur Planet.
That's neat, though.
Dinosaur.
Dinosaur Planet,
Basically,
released-
it's the
Yeah, go
it's
for
the
it.
game that eventually turned into Star Fox Adventures.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, the original prototype, which apparently was further along than we thought, because I think there's like plans to either like mod in like story content or something. Like they want to basically make it into a full-fledged like experience, or at least a full-fledged at least a full-fledged demo experience. Whoa.
I mean, it got to the point where, like, very late into its development stages, like, just before it made the switch to the GameCube, they already had it pinned down that they were going to make it a Star Fox game.
Come to think
Oh.
it, do you need the jet barrel in order to feed this thing?
No, you don't. You really don't. Like,
I
you just do
figured.
it straight from here.
Also,
I figured.
Logan.
Open wide.
That eating noise
Ow.
cracks me up every time.
It's like the ticket muncher sound. That's Chuck E. Cheese.
Also, Logan, I'm unfortunately thinking of a bad impulse purchase.
What did
no.
you get?
What's your impulsive
I
purchasing?
didn't get it yet, but I put it on my watch list at least.
Yeah.
The IMAX 70mm film strip of Sinners that you could get.
But if it's a like a thing that's only awarded, like you're gonna be paying a scalper's
Yeah,
you're gonna be paying a scalper's price.
I know.
Nothing will ever strike funnier to me than just seeing TK casually walking, not looking where he's going, and then seeing them like steps on that fucking popper pad with his face on, and then he just gets launched sky high.
It brings me
See,
back.
that's the thing about the Donkey Kong Country cartoon that didn't confuse me the first time I saw it. There was this episode, I think it was on the VHS that I had, where for like the first act of the episode, they were just like setting up all sorts of like springboard traps for Gabriel and his minions to just like fling themselves off of.
I know what you're talking about. Yahoo!
Oh my god, look at him go!
Oh, thank you. I may now enter.
And thus Mr. Dalai Lama returns to his lair.
All right.
His name's Dolly?
I think so.
Okay, well anyways, yeah, it was one of the very few things that I didn't question about the DKC cartoon.
I mean, that's fair. I mean, say whatever you will about the general inconsistency between the show and the cartoon. At least I remember that barrels are important.
Yeah.
They have an entire fucking factory for them.
Just for barrels.
Yeah.
Our chief export is barrels.
Who buys the barrels?
I don't question that, Icky.
Okay, well, you know what I will question?
What's up?
Where's Inka Dinka Doo? He's not in this area.
He's next to Icky.
And I'm pretty sure he's Aztec in origin.
Well, hold on. Didn't we already feed him full of peanuts earlier?
That wasn't Inka Dinka Doo. He has multiple faces.
Fair point. Well made.
This guy only has one. And he looks dumber.
I don't know, man. Just so our experiences, man, the FanFest nights.
Yes, I was about
You
to
and I are
ask.
finally here, yes, because you and I are here now, and it's our first time being here, like since going to that thing, like on the same camera.
Yeah.
So yeah, he came to visit, and we went on a big road
You
trip.
sound so disappointed. Anyway.
I was tired, but yeah, we went on a big.
Apparently still tired.
We went on a big road trip, and we went to Universal Studios Hollywood in order to both introduce Matt to the concept of California prices and also to
California prices.
And to introduce him to Logan's bestest friends, the California Raisins.
I love the California raisins, but they weren't there.
No.
Tromboner!
It's me!
He got to meet my friend, the Criterion Closet, and promptly hate me forever because of it.
Who's that? Can you come here and give me a hand?
I did not hate you. I hated the organizers because of their lack of I should say this even. I don't hate them. I will strongly dislike them.
They were nice
if
people, actually. Though they were very.
I will. Wow! What the heck was that for, James?
That was a purple claptrap.
Purple claptraps are impervious to most attacks aside from the. You're encouraged to hit them with the orange grenades.
Actually,
fair enough.
come to think it, I think I asked in the previous part, but can you not jump on claptraps?
No, you cannot jump on claptraps in this game.
That's odd.
Yeah.
That is very odd. I'll agree with you there. In fact, I mean, they're so tiny too. You'd think that would be the most obvious, the most optimal course of taking them out, but no.
Not to mention, the threat isn't from their heads; it's from their teeth.
Yeah.
Exactly, and that was the whole that was the whole thing with the original Donkey Kong Country trilogy.
Yeah.
You couldn't roll into them; you had to jump on them in order to take them out.
Right.
What, did Rareware not know about hitboxes and hurt boxes? For shame.
My dear. All right, bongos. But no. I will say this, man. I don't hate them, but I will strongly dislike them. Wake up. I will strongly dislike them if that's some caustic spit. I will strongly dislike them, Matt, if they learn absolutely nothing from that weekend and continue to operate only one single van with one.
Yeah, there needs to be multiple vans.
There needs to be multiple vans, and in my opinion, even though it will lead to disappointment of some if they weren't ready for it, I love this fucking swanky swim animation when he goes
He's a fish.
is
Do the dolphin.
is that for something like that, for something where they already had to close the line 2 hours before they even began the line, DK just has the most swag out of everyone. Anyway, for that situation.
Oh, please let me out. I hope you defeat K. Rool.
Is they need to probably have some sort of because they already had a registration online thing that you have to show the code from.
A cool move, DK. I gotta get some fresh air. I'll help you by collecting blue bananas. Come and find me in the tag barrel. Or just teleport me in.
And bam, there you go, fourth Kong.
Bam.
Lanky Kong.
We're 4 out of 5 down to recruit the entire DK crew.
Now we gotta do
Where
is
could the fifth and final Kong be?
just wait on that.
Unfortunately, he is nowhere to be found in the desert.
And of course we need more weapons.
Look,
But yeah,
James,
that's
man, the blue banana balloons.
yeah. We don't have a weapon.
Oh, right.
In fact, now that you mention it, Logan, I should probably go ahead and leave this level this area for the time being, just because if I want to really clean this place out with what I currently have, I gotta deck out Tiny and Lanky.
All right, so we'll head. I think there's a Funky Kong in the outside desert area somewhere.
There is.
There is, as a matter of fact.
There is.
All right. But yes, but basically, I think they just need to do that and just wholeheartedly, the morning of, just sign in, and if you get a reservation, then you're in. And then,
honestly, I think that would have been a reservation system makes much more sense and all that.
Yay! Because then, they can guarantee they'll have enough, and it's less of this, less on the fly and more being able to allow because by the end, especially when it got to us, it felt like they were really rushing things along to get to more people.
No, I agree.
Because that's how they guarantee. Because I mean, fair enough. They have their incentive. That's how they get sales: is get people in, get the movies, and get out.
You guys have no idea how much I love this bastard.
Of little Lanky, look at him go. Was he your favorite Kong?
Lanky's a charmer.
See, when I was younger, I was the Virgin Chunky, but now I am the Chad Lanky. I subscribe to the Church of Lanky Kong, and I am proud of it.
Yo, Lanky dude, your arms are looking a little empty there. Let me load you up.
Yeah.
And you're seeming a lot less Jamaican there, my man. Jamaican be crazy. Wow.
Ah ha ha. Choice from corporate.
The exit is that way, Lanky dude.
See yourself out. But yeah, honestly, beyond that, man, I did enjoy, like, again, beyond the organization thing that they got to work on, I still enjoyed my time.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I still
Now
like the video that we recorded and I edited today. I'm sorry, I would like to get a word in edgewise.
Yes, please. Apologies. I'm gonna say right now. Also, I want to hear from Hype as well because I know Hype's been waiting patiently to say stuff too. How are you doing over there, Hype?
Well, I had to take a second to put up some laundry, but Matt can go first.
Yeah,
All right, Matt. Back to you.
For anybody that's curious, Logan and I I flew from where I am, I hate, down to LA, down to Sacramento,
Nice.
stayed with Logan and his family for like a day, and then went to LA with him on this road trip so that we could go to Universal, which is having this thing, Universal Studios having this thing called FanFest Night. And a lot of stuff just lined up perfectly with that. We'll get into like the event and stuff like that, but also we were able to see Sinners in the IMAX 70mm at the City Walk, which is one of the only like 10 theaters in the world playing that version of the film.
What do you mean that version?
The actual film strip 15 per 70mm film.
Look at how
and all
impressive
that.
he is with his little handstand. Is this the closest thing we have to a talon trot?
It basically is the Talontrod in every sense of the word.
Yeah.
Except at its current level, he can only run as fast. He doesn't have the increased speed that the Talontrod normally has.
Okay.
But unless he climbs steep slopes with ease.
But no,
Yes.
to really quick explain to you and anybody listening, the difference between like just going to a normal IMAX and going to one of the IMAXs that we did. Normal IMAX, digital version of the IMAX version of the film. The place that we went
Tromboner.
to was the actual
There
film.
he is. His title has been reclaimed.
But yes, actual like
Yeah, yeah.
film, actual like
Is the actual
rendering,
film
like,
reel
distance.
that they were and all that, which it's the only 10 theaters in the world that had the actual film version, which is like what, fucking 10 miles long worth of film or something.
Holy
A
shit.
lot.
Yeah. Fantastic experience. And then also, there's a comic book shop next door that, by pure coincidence, the time the movie got out, one of my favorite people from Critical Role was there. And I also by pure happenstance, ran into two other D&D people that I'm a big fan of from this show
Crossroad.
from the show called A Court of Fey and Flowers, which is great. But yeah, the big like thing was the FanFest night, and that was so much fun. Even though I do have a story that makes me want to strangle Logan, but yes.
Oh.
But we're gonna save that for maybe like a Mario related one.
Come to think it,
This is technically Mario related. Donkey Kong is in the same universe.
I know, but I want to keep I want to keep the viewers in suspense for the next thing, and B, like, you know it is, man. Like, if you have all this, you don't spend it all right in one place. We gotta wait. Gotta distance it out a bit. I want to hear from Icky and James and Hype as well.
I did want to make a bit of an observation.
Yeah.
You know how the DK rap goes, walnuts, peanuts, pineapple smells, grape smells, oranges, and coconut shells? The only item in that list that you don't find in any form or fashion are walnuts. So I'm wondering if originally Tiny Kong was going to have like a walnut shooter as opposed to like...
I actually think it is. I think it was. What happened is I'm not going to lie. Like, if you look at DK's ammo and all that, they don't really look like coconuts. They do look like walnuts. And my guess is they accidentally mistook them for walnuts. Like, the Grant Kirkhope might have mistook it.
No, I can still see them as coconuts.
I
just
get
missing
that,
the
but
double barrel.
earlier I saw them as walnuts, actually. I'll be honest, because I'll fully admit,
Hey, nice
I don't
job.
know much about this game. I'll be honest.
Well, why is Tiny Kong the odd one out?
Because she's the girl.
Yeah. There you go. That's your answer. Is the
Yeah, you know who else is a girl?
Is in the
Dixie.
90s.
And she plays guitar.
And I forget, is she related to Dixie at all?
She is Dixie's little sister.
Is she the younger or older sister?
She's the younger sister.
Okay.
And yet she's the one that gets the growth spurt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for real. Like you look at Dixie Kong, and she really hasn't changed all that much throughout the years. Meanwhile, Tiny Kong
Gets a freaking One Piece level time skip.
as early as the Diddy Kong Racing DS remake.
I was so confused when I first played that remake.
Me too.
It's like, what happened to Tiny?
But yeah. And meanwhile, Hype, what have you been up to lately?
Well, at the time of recording this video, we finally released the second chapter for Tales of Annualia, and people seem to be enjoying it quite a bit. I'm proud of that.
Huzzah.
I also recently
Nice.
befriended another artist friend who has their own Sonic fan character, since I've been getting back into doing more with my own. And honestly, it's been kind of fun. Like, we've been doing, like, a bunch of different, like, little stories and scenarios with our characters interacting, doing various things, and honestly, it's fun. I mean, like, you know, not for nothing, like, I know Jordan's busy with a lot of their own stuff, but honestly, it's nice, you know, having a mutual artist go through bouncing ideas like that. It's felt like it's been too long since I've had a fun time with something like that.
That's good.
That's always a fun time.
Also, I'm very sorry for being incredibly late to this particular topic, but you may have noticed earlier that when I was pounding all those dirt mounts, a giant ass coin would pop out.
The rainbow one, yeah.
As Squawks mentioned when you first pick one up, they're kind of broken in the fact that when you grab one, you get 5 coins for each Kong.
And that includes the Kongs that you haven't even found yet.
Oh yeah.
That is correct.
So,
So when you actually start playing as that Kong, you'll notice that they already have coins collected.
Yeah, it's gonna come to a point where we're gonna break this game's coin economy even almost as hard as you would in like the Returns games.
It's so much it's so much so that one of the biggest secrets of this game that nobody discovered for a long time before data miner is that thing getting smaller.
Yes, he is.
Is
but yeah,
that bird?
But yeah, it's like it was getting all tongue tied. It's so much so that the coin economy can be so broken that people didn't even discover that there's actually a missing rainbow coin in Fungi Forest that nobody discovered until like data miners or whatever happened to find it in the tall grass. But it's not needed. You can get literally everything else with all the other coins you find.
I feel like I remember this story, but I don't.
No splash.
Captain, no splash.
Not a sound.
Also, oh yeah, perfect timing. All right, let's do it.
Wait, do what?
The K Rule Arena.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Get ready to wrestle.
Yeah, there you go. By the way, Matt, this is your reminder to message that cinephile you met.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, the one you met in the line of the Criterion Closet.
Oh yeah, did you message you?
Criterion.
Sorry, I've been busy.
And I forget, is this like you have to kill everything or just survive?
You
Just
just have to
survive.
survive.
Oh, that's easy.
Make sure not to fall off the platform either.
Oh yeah, if you fall off the platform, you lose all your health, that's it. You gotta restart from the beginning.
Yeah. Thankfully, there are no lives in this game, though.
Thankfully. Actually, yeah, this is just after Banjo-Kazooie. This is like the last major rare game I can think of that had a lives counter.
Did Grab by the
goodness.
Ghoulies have lives?
It did.
It did not. You did have a life meter, per se, but that was just for your general health.
Gotcha.
That was
Okay.
like the dumbest health system I could possibly imagine.
No, what was dumb was all of the Grim Reaper challenges you had to adhere to. I give James all the
Yeah.
credit for actually being willing to play that game.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll be completely fair. I'm not completely against the idea of sometimes you'll go into a room and then freaking Baron What's-His-Face will fiddle around with your health a little bit. Like, maybe for like
But
the
it should at
occasional,
least be like a consistent amount.
or at the very least, only do it sparingly, and not every single room in the game.
It started happening to the point where it's no longer special anymore, especially when he loves bringing it down to 10 or below.
Though there were certainly occasional times where, like, you would actually get more health, and he'd be like, ah!
Fair.
Bless those silly little moments.
What a
Yes, it did.
tedious game that was, though.
Well, it was an experiment. They were trying to come up with how can you do an arcade like fighter with a campaign.
I mean, It's so funny considering that, the more I think about it, I wonder if that game would have fared a little better if it still stuck to being a GameCube game at first, as opposed to when, once Microsoft bought out Rare, then it jumped ship to the Xbox.
Well,
I
what's
guess
the
at
idea
that
that
point
they
it's
had
just-
to rebuild the entire game up?
I think they did, yeah.
Like, as soon as they switched from the GameCube to, the Xbox?
I don't know, actually. Go ahead, Hype, though. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I think Icky kind of, like, inadvertently shut it down, but I was about to say, like, at that point, James, it would have been a matter of, like, how much of the game would have been, like, done before they made the swap to the 360. Well, not to the Xbox.
I mean, I get the feeling the game would have already been out, like, just not long after the GameCube came out.
I could believe that the cutscenes, at least, were, like, nearing completion, because I remember some of the effects, like, when you're looking at it, like, how to put it, like, those effects, like when you're looking at the storybook or whatever, and like the picture, and the picture becomes like all like black and white. I remember that looking
All together now!
I remember that looking super compressed on the Xbox for some reason.
Yeah.
So I can believe that like some of those cinematics and stuff were done.
Now kiss.
I have a little bit of headcanon when it comes to Lanky Kong. I imagine he sounds like Curly or like Mo Howard from Three Stooges.
Now respect. Nah.
Yeah, the one that goes like that.
It makes sense. I can totally buy it. So now that I think about it, going back to that earlier tangent we were having regarding Cranky, we were talking about like how he should have been voiced in the movie. I'm still kind of under the I'm kind of on the opinion that feels like they already have the perfect voice for him at the Super Nintendo World Amusement Park.
Yes, freaking.
I still have not heard what he sounds like at the.
It's straight up Iki. It's Gaza.
Really?
It's a mixture of that mixed with a where's the music?
Where's the music?
It's a slight bug. I think it's like a synchronization bug that this game has. Since I'm technically playing it on something better than the N64.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like-
also, I was like, did we ever get confirmation if it is Frank or Fred or whatever his name is?
Frank
I'm
Oz?
pretty sure it's not Fred
there's music.
Armisen.
Oh, hey, but no, not Frank Oz.
Hey, Maestro, you're a little late by about 20 seconds.
But no, not Frank Ozicky. We've been thinking that like it sounds a bit like Bear in the Big Blue House's voice actor.
Really?
Yeah, because it did sound like a slightly crotchety, like, bear, like, in terms of his voice.
I wonder if they'll ever like go on the record claiming who it is, because I dug that voice. I thought it was nice.
I dig it too. Like, I think if you were going to give it Cranking the English voice, I think it's damn near perfect.
Was he just as cranky as
Whoa.
Whoa.
He really panicked. He didn't want to get wet. Sorry, continue, Ricky.
Was he just as cranky as he should be in the games?
He did have some of his snark, yes.
He seemed more just fed up with like all the youngins like going on about like their adventure, and I need to show that to you at some point, Matt. But what did you think, Matt, of the
Actually,
Mario Kart
my
ride?
ears
At
were
least?
just ringing from earlier there because over here is their first banana fairy.
Ugh, spooky!
So I
So,
got
just to be on the safe side in case I mess this up for whatever reason.
I see.
nope.
I want to make sure that the banana fairy is at the very middle of the shot.
You know, you gotta impress Professor Oak.
Or at the very least, just keep hovering until the face on the top right corner smiles.
God, it's like trying to get a connect track.
You were close.
That one
Yeah,
wasn't
for
even
real.
close at all. Oh, wait.
There you go.
Got her.
Okay, good.
But yeah, what did you think of the Mario Kart ride, Matt?
I thought it was a lot of fun. I kind of wish that we did go on Sunday as well, considering how empty the park was. So like, we could have probably gone on it one more time. But
you're probably right. Yeah.
yeah.
Is the Mario Kart ride an actual race?
No. It is a like. It's not
A
a
shooter
race or
gallery
anything.
thing?
It's a shooting gallery type game where you gotta shoot like the Koopalings and Bowser and all that to get coins. But it is a fun game. Like it has like an AR setup and all that. But yeah, no, it's really good.
The racing comes from it didn't turn solid right away, so I got nervous. The racing aspect comes in the sense of like. So,
Oh yeah, by the way, if we weren't using Tag Anywhere mod, we would have had to use this banana pad here to reach it with Lanky.
I was
gotcha.
hoping you activated the first one.
But yeah, the racing aspect comes from the fact of while you're doing all this, like the main thing you're after is like a certain amount of coins, and like the amount of coins you have determines if you're in the lead or whatever. And
also it's like a coin runners.
Kind of. You get coins for hitting targets, and you also get coins for you'll have a little heads up display thing because you have these like augmented reality goggles on. It'll let you know when you should turn the steering wheel to like make like tight turns and stuff.
Are there shortcuts to take?
Nah, you're locked on a track.
Well, is it like a physical track, or is it like
it's a physical track. It's a physical track, more like Icky, when's the last time you've been to Disneyland?
I don't even remember.
Okay, Disney World. You're on the East Coast.
Beats me.
Okay, are you familiar with the concept of a dark ride?
Yes.
Okay, it's a dark
wait,
ride.
is it anything like the Men in Black ride at Universal?
Oh. I thought it was a Men in
Black ride?
Oh yeah, dude, it's really cool. I gotta show you.
Yeah, it's like
really
shooting
fun.
gallery where you shoot aliens.
And it's really fun. I'll show you the footage of it later. But honestly, Icky, without the vehicle being as tall as the Men in Black ride, it actually is a very similar system to the Men in Black ride system, where you have 6 people in a car, and as opposed to Ray Blasters, what you're doing is you look with your augmented reality goggles, and there's some aim assist, but you look with the goggles and press a button on the steering wheel to throw Koopa shells. So the catch is that, and it is something to consider, because I don't know of any other shooting game that handles this, you have to be careful because you only have a limited number of shells to throw.
Though you do hit boxes and you get more shells. So
right, you just have to nice off the back wall. But yeah, you just need to like mind your like aim and stuff, and like, you know, don't spam them like crazy unless you see a good opportunity to. Like I completely messed up, Matt, and like there was that opportunity where Bowser's flying away from you in the Rainbow Road section that I had no shells to use anymore because I kept spamming them.
I missed a couple shells, but not a lot.
Okay. But yeah, no, otherwise it's a pretty fun ride. They put a lot of effort into like making it a game, and the main thing of Nintendo World is the app that you use for like tracking and stuff, and the key challenges and whatnot.
Oh yeah, no, those are
key
fun.
Challenges, anyways.
Go for it, Matt. I'm gonna be right back.
Okay. So what it is, there are 4 challenges you can do at the park, but you only need to do 3 of them. Where one of them is like you have to spin a crank to get a Goomba to fall over, or you have to like press all these timers, or you have to time a You have to time a POW block to hit a Koopa and all that. And once you get 3 of them, you get access to this area where you do a shadow game, where they track your shadow and all that, to where you gotta defeat Bowser Jr. and all that.
Oh, that's so cool.
It's a really fun, like, neat little thing. I had a lot of fun with it.
Man, I would love to go, but like, I don't know.
Yeah, it was a great time. I also got one of the, I mean, to be fair as well, that experience with like the Bowser Jr., you have to get the Mario, like, one of the wristbands and all that, which I got a Yoshi one, which is pretty neat. Basically, for the FanFest night, they're excuse me, they have wristbands at the place, and like it has like a amiibo style chip in it. That
an NFC chip.
Yeah, an NFC chip that you can use to like, you know, get coins, get stamps, and all that on the app. It's a neat little thing, but
do you get any prizes out of it?
Not really. I mean, you get like just clout. That's it. You just get clout. But there's still a lot of fun things to like do with it and all that. And one of the things you can sorry, I'm out of it. So you gotta use that in order to play the games, to get the keys and then do the Bowser minigame and all that. And yeah, but there are various different bands based off of characters and all that. Logan has a Luigi one. There's Mario, obviously. There's even a Gold Mario one. I think it has a couple bonuses, but I don't know what. I decided because it was their big Fan Fest night thing was introducing Yoshi as a mascot character that you can meet. I decided to get a Yoshi band. And yeah, it's neat. We also had a photo opportunity with Yoshi that led to a really funny situation where I want to strangle Logan for it. But because of Logan saying it, we'll talk about it another time.
Oh,
maybe in our next Mario Party.
Yeah, that's fair.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
No problem. But yeah, no, it was just it is a lot of fun and all that. But yeah.
How about the D&D thing?
Yeah, the D&D thing was a lot of fun, though. That is the main reason why we went to this Fan Fest night thing.
Oh my god. Yeah, there we go.
But yeah, Fan Fest night, for those who are wondering, basically it's just a bunch of small events that you could partake in for a couple weekends and all that. And one of the things was Dungeons & Dragons. And all it was just, you go in and for like a 10-minute little story and all that, you go from room to room and it progresses a little D&D story. But the thing that is great was like the costumes are great, the animatronics and puppetry is fantastic, and it's just a lot of fun. Like, for instance, they had a giant puppet of a puppet/animatronic of a beholder named Xanathar, who is one of the main, who is a big villain in the D&D series. And I got a picture of it. Here we go. Boom. And this thing was fucking huge. This thing was massive. Alright, put it in the chat. Yeah. This thing was absolutely massive. And
he seems like an eloquent chap. Also, is that an aquarium?
Yes. Yeah, he has a pet. He has a pet goldfish that he has a pet goldfish that unfortunately dies quite often, so he has to replace it all the time.
Well, it's not that he replaces it, if I'm correct. It's his pet goldfish keeps dying, and all of his and all of his servants are like, "Quick, we gotta replace that goldfish." Oh, so he just thinks it's been the same goldfish every single time, but his
he did accidentally kill this one in the story. So
well, yeah, it was like she sneezed next and he knocked it over. He's like, "My baby."
Yeah, my baby is fun.
It's funny. It looks wild in like a Audrey 2 from Shop of Horrors kind of like way of it like moving and stuff and like.
It's a really high quality animatronic.
Oh yeah, it's made by the Jim Henson Company. So
right, it's actually a big puppet. Yeah. Like the guy who's like has to control it. Like they put a lot of effort into that.
Oh yeah.
So much so that we are positive that it can't just be just for this. They must be planning something with D&D to happen more regularly, maybe at Islands of Adventure or something.
Yeah, they could be planning a new movie.
I would like that.
God, I hope.
That would be fun.
My whole thing is, I think what Logan and I believe, a lot of this stuff was most likely, like the Yoshi mascot is going to become a permanent feature at the Universal Park at some point. Our guess is that
Matt, it's time for Monkey Gear Solid.
Ooh.
Monkey Gear.
You mean Metal Gear Solid?
Oh yeah, Metal, yeah, that too.
Sony already took the name.
Oh.
And actually, James, James, good call. And also, thank you, Tag Anywhere, because otherwise that would have probably been a little annoying to try and go through that tunnel with or that would have probably been frustrating to try and go through that tunnel with the rocket barrel on.
Did he just bonk his head on the ground?
Yes, he did. Also, no, you wouldn't even be allowed to fly into that area with the rocket barrel. Basically, once you were done with this minigame, another banana port pad will come out.
Oh, okay.
Right.
But how in God's name are you supposed to see the flooring?
Who knows?
If I turned up my brightness settings, it probably wouldn't be this bad.
Yeah, but anyway.
Again, the brightness of this game is just so bad.
Yeah.
Oh no, recording!
Remember, when this game came out, you primarily played this on a CRT.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even still,
no CRT.
I could barely see anything.
Yeah. I will say, by the way, just to finish, Logan and I believe that a lot of the stuff that they're showcasing was meant to be, these will eventually become permanent stuff. Like, it's a soft launch events kind of thing and all that. That's what we believe. So the D&D stuff, like, because the puppet is so high quality and stuff like that, most likely they're going to turn it into an animatronic, and it will eventually become like a permanent fixture at either this park or the Epic Universe in Florida.
Yeehaw.
Okay.
Anyway, that is it. I had a great time on that trip, and I will shut up now.
Okay. Actually, a thought occurred to me a little while ago. Well, since just after you guys, were talking about your time at the theme parks, a thought occurred to me all of a sudden that I'm kind of hoping that Universal and Nintendo capitalize on. And there he is, the poor bird back in jail, like he said. Anyway, what was I going to say? I don't know if it's going to likely happen. They probably make it into something else, but a part of me wants to see them sometime in the future when they start adding in other Nintendo titles aside from Mario, and I mean DK if you want to count that separate.
I know.
Imagine a Metroid Dark Ride.
That would be awesome.
That would be fucking sick.
Fucking end it with, you know what? Make it kind of like the Jurassic World / Jurassic Park, and make it that at the very end, giant fucking Ridley comes down, like animatronic Ridley, staring you right in the face before the drop.
Like its
that would
wing,
be pretty sick.
like its wings, like all over. I mean, he's an intimidating little goober.
A little goober, he says.
He's tall.
I mean, it'd either be him
It's
or
a space
Kraid.
pterodactyl of scientific cunning brain, apparently.
It would either be him or Kraid, but I feel like Ridley has more like
Yeah, Ridley
charisma.
is.
I mean, are people really clamoring for Craig?
Well, after
Kraid.
Dread, I liked him in Dread.
I mean, he is pretty much like the one other very noteworthy beast Samus contends with aside from Ridley.
And
so, I
Nightmare.
mean,
I love that tower over there.
That is fair.
I love that tower is still going like.
I can't stop this thing.
I'm still hungry.
Anywho.
I can't stop.
Oh,
I'm doing this with intent.
Is he?
So clearly, then the next thing I need to do is I got to take hype and I want to go to Dollywood next.
Bollywood.
Dollywood.
You know,
Oh,
I would
Dollywood.
love to
Okay.
go to
Yeah,
Dollywood one day.
there's that. Honestly, of course my brain's picking now to blank on it. There's one particular, strip of attraction that I'd love to, take you guys on that I've been to at least twice, why am I blanking on the devil name?
Oh, what's
All
it
right.
like?
Well, you think that up. Let's go ahead and get the shit out of the way.
You got this, James.
Oh boy, what are we doing?
Behold, Icky.
Oh, I remember what we're doing here.
If you tried doing this without Shrinking Dixie first, Dixie, it's Shrinking Tiny first, Squawks would say you're too heavy.
Yep. But he's gonna take us to the tip top of this here tower because we have quite a challenge ahead of us. DK64. Some say the magnum opus of a rare. They also at times some of the dickenish that they can be
This
with it.
motherfucker.
Oh, it's only you, Tiny. Well, if you can beat me to the bottom of my slide and collect 500 coins, I suppose you can have my golden banana.
Jesus Christ. That would be pretty bad if you had to get 500 coins down the slide.
No, but you still need to collect the fucking coins. And beat this asshole.
Yeah, and if you're not careful, you can collide into him, and you will lose some of your coins.
Yeah, because not only do you have to finish the race in first, you also have to survive,
Yeah.
and you have to collect coins.
I'll say for what's worth, sliding on this thing's honestly pretty fun. It's just the only downside is that your turning can be pretty slippery.
I love the lighting of the slide, but holy shit, I fucking hate this bit.
Yeah, you gotta be super careful on this thing. Oh,
Not to mention, this fucking dung beetle bastard has, annoyingly fast catch-up skills.
true to form for most of Rare's games around this time.
Oh,
Yeah.
Gatlinburg. That's what I was trying to remember the name of. Gatlinburg.
What's it about?
Well, basically, it's this town that's filled with like a bunch of like really nice restaurants and attractions. Like they even have like a Ripley's there and whatnot. It's basically like I guess the best way I could describe it is like it's kind of like a city you go to on your way to the mountains, but it's
first try.
Hey,
The banana.
But there's like a lot of like really great, fun places to go to, like arcades, good restaurants and whatnot. I've been there like twice with the folks, and that's a place I really would love to go with you guys too one day.
Alrighty.
One day.
The crying noise that thing makes pisses me off.
Dang.
I mean, it's either that or if he's triumphant over you.
Cry some more.
You little bugger.
And then, Matt, you mentioned
Little
on the
bug.
trip there's like a local park thing you would like me to go check out someday.
Which one was that? Was it?
I think it was Cedar Falls, or was it like?
I think so, or no?
It was the one. It was one that had that like one roller coaster like with the wolf or whatever, like in the.
In LA. I thought we were talking about the one that is in Virginia, where there's a thing called there used to be a roller coaster called the Big Bad Wolf in.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, no. That's in Williamsburg, Busch Gardens. That's it. Yeah, Busch Gardens.
Oh yeah,
It's in Williamsburg, Virginia, and all that.
I haven't heard of Busch Gardens in years.
Yeah, no.
It was the Busch Gardens that was themed after. It was the Busch Gardens themed after Europe, I believe.
Yes, is the European.
Eurobush?
Yeah, it's the Europe Busch Gardens and all of that. That one is pretty great. But yeah, no, fantastic. Like some of the best roller coasters, in my opinion, ever. But yeah, if anybody ever goes to Williamsburg, Virginia, go to Busch Gardens. It's fantastic.
All right. Ooh, I
I'll
already
drag
spied the
you
last bundle
along.
on that tree.
I'll drag you along.
You don't gotta do that.
Yeah, well, I dragged you to the Criterion Closet. I might as well drag you there.
All right, it's time to go annoy somebody.
We gotta go. You go pester an old man, or at least steal all of his valuables.
This poor dude. So you think, nothing too crazy. Just a standard
What's the lighting in here?
just a standard ape of the mill labyrinth. You gotta go.
Ape of the
navigate through.
Mill.
Like King of the Hill, but ape of the mill.
I'll tell you what, that chimp ain't right. Oh, that was weird.
Hello, that. Come on. I had chimp. Chimp off the old block.
Yeah, well, anyway, enough of this monkey business. So,
Yeah, that's fair.
But this game is nothing but monkey business.
Again,
we have a gun
Again, I
that
am
shoots
bummed.
coconuts.
Again, I am bummed that we don't have the Donkey Kong Land at the Hollywood one, but this poor little dude. Oh, he's trying his darndest.
That's it.
I just like how the coconuts said absolutely fucking nothing.
Music.
Music shall soothe the savage. Oh,
You made him
Somewhere else
explode.
in the house.
I don't think that's soothing.
I thought for a
Soothing
second. I thought for a second that he because he drops grenades. I thought you made the claptrap detonate on the spot. But no, I guess it was all the. Anyway, here we go.
I mean, you did in a way.
And thus.
Yay, we got a banana.
Let's get out of here with no worry. Oh God, not
Oh
worry.
boy.
Crackshot.
Oh, this thing from DKC3.
Yeah, DK's all like, huh, I wonder where I'm gonna find this banana.
It's right back. It's right around the way you came.
Well, these are some pretty cool bananas. Cursor appears.
So there you go. Basically, get ready to do that for every single Kong in the game.
For this one temple. And hopefully never again, ever else.
Exactly. Nowhere else will we have to worry about that looming presence. What do you mean there's one other place we'll have to do that? We'll have to worry about it.
Don't spoil. For a game that released how many years ago?
Oh, and that's right. We can also talk about that if we haven't already. If we have not already. We're also coming at you after in the DK playthrough anyway. After watching Asterix in the Big Fight.
Aye.
How big a fight was it?
a beautiful work of cinema, only available on a streaming service.
Yeah.
I will say, we all have to agree though. The Netflix joke is absolutely incredible.
It was apropos.
What was the Netflix joke?
Well, the fact that all the asterisks
So all the characters in Asterix, their names ends with
one of them is just named
Obelix
Netflix.
and all. Yeah, so it is literally revealed that at the end, the narrator for the whole thing is literally another Gaul named Netflix.
Oh, for God's sakes!
They had a little bit of fun with it. It was cute. Like it was nice. It was done, I would say, tastefully.
Better
Like
beware, cause he's after you.
I will say.
About as taste. Oh, sorry.
Sorry. No, you were saying.
Well, I was just about to say, like, it was about as done as tastefully as all the other, like, pop culture references Asterix does.
Remember the Jesus Christ in that one movie?
But to be fair, I'm going to be this person. And to be fair as well, I love that movie. It is still my favorite Asterix movie, personally.
Potion?
Yeah, Secret and Magic Potion. Mainly because I just
That's the one I watched with you guys.
Yeah, I just love the villain so much. He's so good and interesting.
Oh, he's a
It's
good
just
villain,
a fun movie.
Yeah, but no, and to be fair, tell me if I'm wrong, ever since the inception of Asterix, there's always been pop culture references and all that.
Oh yeah, no, like the whole point of the series is mostly to lampoon on not only like the history of the world but also its culture and
just have
especially of the pop variety.
have a goof and a gaff and never take yourself too seriously.
So,
exactly.
Honestly, Icky, it's pretty fun. Like I was worried that
Lanky.
like.
Oh.
That's the fastest I've ever seen.
They're all around me.
Gee, what a paranoid little thing.
Yeah, no, honestly, Icky, like honestly, the honestly, like, I was worried that the quality was going to dip from it being a Netflix series, but, like, it's not too long. It's about the length of a feature-length movie.
Can I actually be controversial can I be controversial a little bit?
Sing it.
How so?
I think it is the best animation Asterix has had since Vikings.
If not the best, I'd argue at least the smartest.
Yeah.
That's fair, but I think
those fight scenes were really well done.
Well, yeah, no, I think it has incredibly great fight scenes, but also the fact of just the animation they do, like the effects and all that, for when somebody takes the magic potion, I thought looked incredible. That looks great.
Oh yeah.
No,
I also just now remember.
Yeah, in my opinion, I do think it is like animation-wise the best since Vikings. I think nothing can beat Vikings, but I do think this is a close second. So
And I
gotta make another admission, at least in regards to DK64. Oh no!
We got some bugs to swat.
Play some Mario Party, Icky, relax.
Swat the flies!
By the way, I do wholeheartedly expect a Mario Paint on the Switch 2.
Please, yes, thank you.
I want a Super Mario 3D Maker.
Well, that wasn't too
Or
bad.
how about a Switch 2 version of Mario Maker 2?
Yeah.
Actually, give it some support again.
Please add more level types. Anyway, continue.
No, you're saying.
Anyways, what I was trying to say was a misconception I had when I was a kid playing this game. Whenever those what are they called? Clumps? Or the big ones? That guy?
These guys, they're clumps. Yeah, they're clumps.
Clump! When I was younger, I thought that if you killed them, I didn't know how to kill them. I didn't even think of using oranges against them because I ate the oranges. I thought they would explode.
Oh.
You know what? I'm surprised they never tried that. Like, they're already wearing orange skin suits.
Yeah.
Also make sure. Also keeps you on your toes. You can't be too
I mean,
close.
they're eating the oranges.
I know that was also true. But continue.
It's
Matt.
why I don't eat oranges.
Think of it. Aside from the kaboshes and TNT barrels, I don't think there's any other enemy in the game that actually self-destructs upon defeat.
I'm making a petition. We want more enemies that explode in these games.
Upon death.
But no.
Castlevania, do your job.
I've better see an exploding enemy in Bonanza, or I swear.
If I don't fight an exploding King K. Rool at the end of the game, I'm returning my purpose.
But yeah,
continue, Matt.
Yeah, I will say, I just really like that Asterix. It was just really good, and just Well done. So, like, keeping in line to what the big fight story is, but adding just enough of its own flair that it is interesting. I also do love how the villain is named Fast and Furious.
Fast and Furious.
I love
Fast and
that.
Furious.
That's the name of the villain?
Huh?
That's the name of the villain?
One of them, yeah.
Yeah, Fast and
The
Furious.
primary
yeah,
villain
yeah.
of the movie, yeah.
Yeah.
Fast
I will
and
say, like,
Furious.
Yeah.
Yep. Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
Nice.
Fury and Fastest.
Yes.
Trust me, Iki. Like, that big fight is probably the most egregious when it comes to the pop culture-y, like, names.
It's
Isn't that right,
fine.
Hanna-Barbera.
Hanna-Barbera?
Hams.
Oh yeah, Hanna-Barbera's an
Yeah,
actual
there's a
thing,
character
actually.
named Hanna-Barbera. I love it.
Again, it.
And the primary like female side character is named Metadata.
Metadata.
That's true.
What?
Yep.
Again, it's you don't. What did I just
watch
say?
it.
You
don't
don't
take yourself.
question
You don't
these
take
kinds
it
of
too
things,
seriously. You
unless
just
you're
have to
me.
be silly.
Because I never grew up with the Asterisk cartoons.
I will take whatever opportunity I can to marathon that show again with friends, especially if they've never seen it before.
Absolutely.
I've never seen it before.
I just need to figure out. I just need to get away to. I just need to get on top of getting it to James. I need to double check and see if they've updated the thing on it already. But the other thing is because freaking
Ixnay on the distribution.
yeah, Yarharin and and no I'll be a Viking
Fiddle
again.
DA.
But no because I will stand by freaking the double blink. Are you serious? Like asterisk look he gave
love
to
that.
Obelix during their couples therapy.
Yes!
Like
Yeah.
is that what I sound like to? So Obelix thinks that.
And just that mixed in with the expressions Obelix had when he was talking in the office was probably some of the best stuff in the entire like movie series.
So much sass.
That is something, if I could say, is probably like my favorite thing about this Redux of the Big Fight. It, like, in terms of humor, it is the most consistently funniest of all the movies.
Really
Yes,
solid, yeah.
it is.
I can't think of many jokes that like didn't land.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I think it's just down to the blueprints.
Yeah, time to go deliver their blueprints.
Actually, speaking of blueprints, I absolutely love.
Ooh.
Nice.
Speaking of blueprints, I absolutely love the. What is it? The fucking there's a scene where Getafix literally like he like gets into an accident and loses his memory.
Oh,
but
yeah.
He sees the world differently and all that, and for a split second, like literally like 1 or 2 seconds of the video, they use the fucking storyboard, like not the storyboard, but like the previs animation.
storyboard.
The rough.
No,
The rough animation, yeah.
Yeah, the rough animation, like 2D rough animation
yeah.
for Asterix, and it is fucking great.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
really cute. Again,
Is there
it's
a
very
character called Weedafix? Or Weedamix?
no.
Weetabix. You know, Weetabix would be an interesting one.
I remember there's a statistics.
Yeah, vital
Bible
statistics.
statistics.
Oh yeah, vital statistics. He's the chief of the village.
Which actually, he has a pretty nice arc in this story.
Yeah?
And by that you mean a literal arch, right?
No,
Or an
an
arc?
actual
love
story
A character
arc. He
arc.
has a
Kiki, a
story.
character arc.
I love that bit, Matt, of just like the feather. They watch it as it drifts towards his gallbladder. Like, oh,
Yeah, I love the cut from that too. Just,
Now, when you say gallbladder in regards to Asterisk,
oh no, not that kind
we'll
of
show
gallbladder. Sorry,
you.
it was
We'll
like,
show you the scene.
yeah. I'm gonna find it, and we'll do another watch of it because I think you would enjoy it, Icky. I do think you would enjoy it.
Yes. Yes.
I wouldn't
I
mind
mean, I
watching
enjoyed
it again.
the magic potion thing.
And honestly, the English dub was not bad. I think
Really
it was-
good
I think it was a
cast
one.
for the dub, honestly. Although, I love how
yeah.
pretty much every single actor I found, I'm like, alright, let's play the game of what video game franchise have they been in? Baldur's Gate? Have they been in Baldur's Gate, Warhammer, or Dragon Age? Put your votes now!
Hey,
Have they been a character in? Have they been a cookie in Cookie Run Kingdom?
they almost all have,
Probably
except in
not.
the. No. All right.
No,
There you go, James.
all the actors are in the new Asterix show are British, and because of that, it's like a bunch of the British actors, like British voice actors, has been in a lot of stuff. Like Getafix.
Hey, Matt, meet these two schmucks.
Huh?
Oh yeah, these characters. Yep.
Trough and scoff. Gaze in awe at their weird ass designs and their need for nipple rings.
I don't like the nipple rings.
I hate that pig, especially though.
Don't like the nipple rings. I just no.
But as you see, James is more than equipped for this.
I just imagine, like, DK question is in it. It's like, why do you have those? And they're like, what nipple rings?
Why you have a tie?
Oh my god. What
You know, I will freaking laugh myself silly if in Bonanza you actually find like artifacts that actually are loosely inspired by these guys.
I mean, like, considering that there's, like, a surprising amount of, like, rare homage in what we've seen of Bonanza so far, I wouldn't put it past them.
Yeah.
Like there's already been confirmed like artifacts you can find that are shaped like that have like a carving based off Naughty.
Holy
Yeah.
crap.
Is there a
good
character
color.
called Artifacts?
God.
In the Asterix, I'm not
I
sure.
will say really quick.
Did he?
Sorry, I was trying to say something.
Sorry.
Icky, have you ever played the Dragon Quest games?
I've played the Builders games,
Okay. Do you know Dragon
but I'm
Quest?
pretty sure those don't count.
Do you know Dragon Quest 8 at all? Like, probably, arguably the most like popular.
Is that
of
the
series?
GameCube one?
Oh. Also,
No.
here's actually
no.
a cute little thing, Matt. Meet
Yes.
a dragonfly.
Dragonfly.
Oh. Ha.
Kill it.
Well, that's
Oh,
it. No,
there you go.
Oh, I guess we're done. Yeah.
I hate dragonflies.
Yeah, that's all.
What'd you do to my child?
Oh, dear.
My baby!
A bigger dragonfly.
My baby!
But no.
Tiny monkey go squish now!
But no, there's a very like popular character in Dragon Quest VIII called King Trode, who like we play a knight of the king who is cursed and all that in that game, and we're trying to find the cure for his curse. This is what he looks like. His English dub voice actor is Getafix, and he does a great job.
Oh, that little guy!
Yeah.
Yeah, that little toady.
I thought he was a Dragon Ball Z character.
Also, kind of the same vein as we made the topic in the first session. Again, this game gets pretty hard with its boss fights.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
However easy they may be.
Design-wise for N64, pushing it to the limit.
Also, you saying you saying Dragon Ball Z and all that. I mean, yeah, it's Akira.
It's Akira Toriyama.
Yeah,
Don't
which
worry.
rest in peace to Toriyama, and I'm still curious if they're going to continue using the Toriyama style for the coming like Dragon Quest games, because I know 12 is in development, but I don't know if they completed designs or not.
I mean, did he contribute to the series since the beginning?
Yeah, no, he was the artist for the series since the inception
Nice.
of the series.
Nice. And speaking of dragons, that's it for Dogadon.
Hey, well, hey.
Dragadon.
Also,
I
oh
thought
my,
it was Dragonfly.
oh my gosh, hype.
What's up?
You're telling me I could rent with you like a cabin in like Gatlinburg, Tennessee for like between us and one other like close friend, like only like $200 a night for 3 nights? Like
But
a
is
whole
that-
cabin
Let's do it.
A whole cabin
with a private hot tub for me to throw rocks at people from? Like
Why?
in the middle of the
everything.
woods.
Well, I guess I guess that depends
Where
on how far
Bigfoot
the
will
people are from the
sneak
hot
up on
tub.
us in the middle
I
of the
got
night.
mean arm.
Actually,
Anyway.
okay. Speaking of like price like that and stuff like that, Logan and I did try to go to Disneyland for our trip, but we decided against it because would you like to know the fucking awful disparity between the prices of shit there?
No.
So, I'm going to say it anyway. So,
No.
Logan and I going to that special FanFest night event, which we got tickets that lasted from the start from before FanFest night started to when FanFest night ends. That is a 12-hour ticket, mind you. From 2 p.m. to 2 a.m. we could have been at that park. We got 2 of those tickets for 2 nights. It was only $280, around $280 for both of us, and that is great. We tried to get a ticket to just the main Disneyland, not even California Adventure or something. Tried to get a ticket for one person for 1 day, $380.
Yep, but I will say, I will defend it in that the amount of rides per square foot of Disneyland is a lot more generous than at Universal Hollywood.
No, I'll give you that.
Universal Hollywood, like, there's really only like 5 rides.
No, I'll honestly give you that one. I agree there.
But my God, I'm going because I want you to take a photo of me in front of the Fanny Farkle sign.
Can I please join? I want to
Yes,
join.
but you're gonna take a photo. Yes, but you're gonna be in the photo with me in front of Fanny Farkle.
Okay, but will it be a Polaroid photo?
I mean, you can bring it up, sure, but you're gonna.
Cool.
The problem is that you're gonna be on your own with regarding how you're gonna get the photos there, because I don't know if you can, because I think Hype may have to fly there too. I don't know how far away he is from Gatlinburg.
Well, Gatlinburg's not that. It's not like super far from here.
Whoa.
Like I think, like I could definitely.
Water cold.
Like you could definitely get there by car, but I think it might take maybe a day at most. I'd have to like reconvene on that.
That's
No
fine.
worries.
I mean, to be fair, it took Logan and I a 5-hour drive between Sacramento and LA for our trip, but that wasn't. It's a very smooth drive.
They got Gatlin's Fun Center. They got multiple cool little escape room places. Mini golf.
Logan now wants to go for the escape room. Definitely.
Well, I already said Fanny Farkle. Fanny Farkle.
Oh, yeah. I will say, by the way, for escape room thing, when I was visiting Logan, I stayed in Sacramento for like 1 full day at least, and he took me to his favorite escape room place called Enchambered, and I'm still proud of myself for we beat the. So we went with was it your sister and two of her church friends, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We all had fun. We all had fun with it. We beat the puzzle. Nice. We beat the room with 13 to 15 minutes left to spare, so it was awesome. But like what happened is we were given 4 notebooks that had a bunch of puzzles that we had to complete to get to like the main big puzzle and all that. And I pretty much completed like one of the notebooks on my own. Like
you did?
Pretty much, yeah.
I like that one design a lot.
You didn't have to share notes or anything?
No, I mean we had a boogie board just in case, but
yeah,
that's why it's on my to-do list, James. I gotta take you to an escape room too. I think you would like them a lot. They play. I mean, Matt can now vouch. They play a lot like Legend of Zelda kind of puzzles and stuff. Like you're in a room, if it's designed well, you have a lot of fun to do.
Yeah, it's very much puzzles like that and all that. I really love like the archaeology room that we did. That was a lot of fun. It's like a archaeologist like discovering a Lovecraftian being and all that kind of like style. It is a lot of fun. But yeah, I like just completing one of the books on my own. I was just like, I'm proud. Though you did help Logan in like the compass and all that. However, in turn, I also did complete that one puzzle for you.
Oh, the music one, because I couldn't see it.
Because
it was the cross one.
We just kept on pressing the wrong button, so we pressed the right one, and there we go.
But no, worked out pretty well. I think it was a lot of fun. I gotta do more things with you guys. I like you guys.
Yeah,
I like you too.
Well, you know what?
You're all good.
You know what? To be fair, I've never been to New York City, so I could visit you in New York sometime.
Okay. Wait, before you go, James, man. The thing that I mentioned at the very beginning of the part.
Oh yeah, to see if we could find the glitch. You know how to do the glitch, right?
Insert dial-up noise here.
Okay, so here's what you're gonna do. Go down to the shore.
What the hell?
And what you're gonna do is go towards start like swimming, and like swimming underwater. And we're gonna basically try to find go towards the shore, and we're gonna try and find the point where you can still swim like close to the surface, but like still going down.
Like this?
You want to find the seam between the warp and the weft.
I'll see. Warp and the wift.
The weft.
How to swim.
By the way, ladies and gentlemen, I think this is a little more Donkey Kong than I was banking on seeing it today.
Okay, so I found it here. So what you want to do is you want to go looking at here. So after you go in the water, start rapidly pressing the B button as you approach the shore. So hold forward a little bit, and eventually you'll hit the seam. You'll go straight under while you're swimming underwater.
Look at the pixels on top of the water.
So you want to be underwater, and then start
swim.
And start swimming towards as close as you can
swimming.
get to it. A little bit more to the right.
I'm holding right.
Okay, alright.
Look
Almost.
flop like a fish.
Oh,
We're doing it. We're
Oh,
doing
oh,
it. We're
oh,
doing
yeah,
it.
you're
We're
right, you're
doing
there.
it. Wow, we're doing it. We're doing it.
Now
Wow.
hold down. The hold down.
What?
All down.
Yeah, I think
Hold
so. You
down.
want to start because you want to go underneath the water, or
Don't.
I'm holding down now.
oh, well, fair
Yeah,
enough.
that didn't work.
Yeah, they might have patched it.
No, they didn't patch it.
Oh, okay.
There's no way.
I refuse to believe it.
There's no way.
Okay, so yeah, but you got it. So,
When
so,
there's a whip.
so head to
There's a way.
so head towards the water. Nuts.
Oh, he was doing it
there's
earlier.
a
Oh, there
water.
it is.
Okay, so there.
There's
Now
a
hold
way.
down. Can you move it all?
Yeah.
Like look left
We
at
don't
all?
want
or-
to go to the beach today.
This is literally that was literally as far as I could go.
Curses.
Consider this: is this too hot for Nintendo?
Scientists, 9 out of 10 dentists agree.
Don't mess him up, man. He paid good money for this.
Fair enough.
Alright,
Okay, fine.
totally.
Yeah, I think with that we're gonna call it.
All right, let's just obliterate the island.
Okay.